The Zen Teachings of Huang Po. The Master said to me, "All the Buddhas and all sentient beings are nothing but the one mind, beside which nothing exists. This mind, which is without beginning, is unborn and indestructible. It is not green nor yellow, and has neither form nor appearance. It does not belong to the categories of things which exist or do not exist, nor can it be thought of in terms of new or old. It is neither long nor short, big nor small, for it transcends all limits, measures, names, traces, and comparisons. It is that which you see before you. Begin to reason about it, and you at once fall into error. It is like the boundless void, which cannot be fathomed or measured. The one mind alone is the Buddha, and there is no distinction between the Buddha and sentient beings, but that sentient beings are attached to forms and so seek externally for Buddhahood. By their very seeking, they lose it, for that is using the Buddha to seek for Buddha, and using mind to grasp mind. Even though they do their utmost for a full eon, they will not be able to attain it. They do not know that if they put a stop to conceptual thought and forget their anxiety, the Buddha will appear before them, for this mind is the Buddha, and the Buddha is all living beings. It is not the less for being manifested in ordinary beings, nor is it greater for being manifested in the Buddhas. As for practicing virtue and vast numbers of similar practices, or gaining merits as countless as the sands of the Ganges, since you are fundamentally complete in every respect, you should not try to supplement that perfection by such meaningless practices. When there is occasion for them, perform them, and when the occasion is past, remain quiescent. If you are not absolutely convinced that the mind is the Buddha, and if you are attached to forms, practices, and meritorious performances, your way of thinking is false and quite incompatible with the way. The mind is the Buddha, nor are there any other Buddhas or any other mind. It is bright and spotless as the void, having no form or appearance whatever. To make use of your minds to think conceptually is to leave the substance and attach yourself to form. The ever-existent Buddha is not a Buddha of form or attachment. To practice virtue in a myriad similar practices with the intention of becoming a Buddha, thereby is to advance by stages. But the ever-existent Buddha is not a Buddha of stages. Only awaken to the one mind, and there is nothing whatever to be attained. This is the real Buddha. The Buddha and all sentient beings are the one mind and nothing else. Mind is like the void in which there is no confusion or evil, as when the sun wheels through its shining upon the four corners of the world. For when the sun rises and illuminates the whole earth, the void gains not in brilliance, and when the sun sets, the void does not darken. The phenomena of light and dark alternate with each other, but the nature of the void remains unchanged. So it is with the mind of the Buddha and of sentient beings. If you look upon the Buddha as presenting a pure, bright, or enlightened appearance, or upon sentient beings as presenting a foul, dark, or mortal-seeming appearance, these conceptions resulting from attachment to form will keep you from supreme knowledge, even after the passing of as many eons as there are sands in the Ganges. There is only the one mind, and not a particle of anything else on which to lay hold. For this mind is the Buddha. If you students of the way do not awaken to this mind substance, you will overlay mind with conceptual thought. You will seek the Buddha outside yourselves, and you will remain attached to forms, pious practices, and so on, all of which are harmful and not at all the way to supreme knowledge. The substance of the Absolute is inwardly like wood or stone, in that it is motionless, and outwardly like the void, in that it is without bounds or obstructions. It is neither subjective nor objective, has no specific location, is formless, and cannot vanish. Those who hasten towards it dare not enter, fearing to hurtle down through the void with nothing to cling to or to stay their fall. So they look to the brink and retreat. This refers to all those who seek such a goal through cognition. Thus, those who seek the goal through cognition are the many, while those who obtain intuitive knowledge of the way are the few. Spotless refers to the real nature of things, while name means form. Yet form is really one with nature, hence the combined term spotless name. All the qualities typified by the great bodhisattvas are inherent in men and are not to be separated from the one mind. Awake to it, and it is there. You students of the way, do not awake to this in your own minds, and who are attached to appearances or who seek for something objective outside your own minds have all turned your backs on the way, the sands of Ganges. The Buddha said of these sands, "If all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas with Indra and all the gods walk across them, the sands do not rejoice, and if oxen, sheep, reptiles, and insects tread upon them, the sands are not angered. For jewels and perfumes they have no longing, and for the stinking filth of manure and urine they have no loathing.